In this video, I will show you how to create a Lua timer to change the number in here to make it increment every 1 second. First thing we need to do is to find the memory address. So to find the memory address, we first attach cheat engine to grep-me9. And then for value type, we specify as string. Scan type, search for text. We enter something in here, click check, and then first scan. First scan, you have to specify 2, the number we key in here. And then we change the number to another number, and then now under here, value change to 3, next scan. Now we have the address. We double click to add it to our table. Next thing you want to do, now we have this address. Let me delete all the unused addresses. So now we are going to write a script to modify this address to change this number to keep increasing it. So we can just right click and then over here browse this memory region, and we will see that the number here is at the moment 3. So we can just click tools. It doesn't matter up here where you are, because we are not going to modify any of the code here, the instruction here. We are just going to write directly to this address. So no matter where you are up here, doesn't matter, just click on tools, and then down here go to auto assemble, and then for the template just click on cheat table framework code. Delete all these comments. Specify that you are using Lua. The first thing you do now is to create a local counter, a variable, set it to 0. We are going to use this counter to put it in here. Whatever is counter will be in here. And then we'll have a function to do that for us. So we declare a function. It's the same as the one which I created in the last video. You can watch my previous video on simple Lua timer to understand all this code. I will put the link in the description for this video. Then we increment the counter. And now we have to write to the address down there. So to write to the address, we can use the Lua function called writeString. And then we specify the address. Double click on this to copy the address. Right click and copy the address. And we paste it in here. And the string we want to write is counter. So we will modify it to become a string by concatenating it with an empty string. Now we will write the function to enable the timer. we call it enableFunction. In here we create a timer. And the owner of the timer is not a form, so we put nil. And we set true because we want the timer to start the moment it is created. And we set the timer interval as 1 second or 1000 milliseconds. And we specify the callback function. When the timer fires on the OnTimer event, we will specify outputNumber as the callback function, namely this function. Now we write the deactivate function. So this is the disable function. So in the disable function, we will disable the timer. So we will type timer.setEnabled to false. Then we will destroy the timer and then assign nil to it. So when we activate the script, we will call the enable function, and when we disable the script, we will call the disable function. So when this script is enabled, the enable function will be triggered, and inside here we create a timer. Owner is nil and start true. So the timer will be started the moment it is created. Then we set the interval for the timer to 1 second, and we specify the callback function to be outputNumber. And here we pass the timer object as a parameter. So every time the callback function triggers, it will come here. You will take the counter variable, increment it by 1, and then write a string to this address down here, which contains the hex value for the value down here. But we are going to write string, so it will automatically convert the string to the appropriate hex value. After that, when we deactivate the script, the disable function will be called. You will set the timer to be disabled, destroy it, and assign nil to it. Now we can assign this to our script, to our cheat table, and we can close this. So now we have this here. We can give it a name, call it timer change update input. So now watch what happens when I click on this. Okay, I found the error. Error is here. You put the string before the variable. So just change this. Empty string before variable, so that you convert this number into a string. So now let's say we start off with 1, and then we OK this. We activate the script, and we put our cursor here, and it keeps on increasing. Alright, so now it's going to Unicode, but the idea is that this is how you increase the value there. Alright, If you don't want this to be Unicode, then you can make some changes here. Instead of writing this as a string, we can write bytes, but I'll do that for another session. So that's all I want to say for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Thank you.